Time for math.
It's math time! Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the product rule for exponents. But before we get into it, let's just recall a few things. In the expression 3 squared, the number 3 is called the base, and the little number 2 is referred to as the exponent. This whole expression can be called a power. And all that it means is that we're going to have the base multiplied 2 times. So 3 squared is equal to 3 times 3. Okay, so now we get to talk about the product rule. And here A just stands for any real number, M and N stand for any integer. So our rule says that if I'm going to multiply 2 powers that have the same base, I can simplify it by just adding the exponents. So for our first example, we're going to multiply x squared times x cubed. Since we're multiplying and they have the same base, our rule says we can just add the exponents. So we get x to the 2 plus 3, which equals x to the 5th. And that's it. We are done. Okay, that was easy, right? Let's say that you're taking the test and you forget the rule. We're going to look at example 1 again to see what could help you to remember. Okay, so you're looking at x squared times x cubed, and you have forgotten the rule. Do I add? Do I multiply? I forgot. But you do know that x squared can be rewritten as x times x, and x cubed is x times x times x. When we have 5 x's being multiplied, we know that we can write that as x to the 5th. We were supposed to add the exponents. There you go. Moving on to example 2. And it looks kind of bad, but notice, it's just a bunch of powers being multiplied. And some of them have the same base. We have some with the base of x and some with the base of y. I find it helpful if I rewrite my problem and put all the ones with the same base near each other. You do not have to do this. Now my rule says if I have powers being multiplied and they have the same base, I can just add the exponents. So we get x to the 4 plus 3 plus 2 times y to the 6 plus 5, which equals x to the 9th times y to the 11th. And we're done. Now let's look at example 3. And just for fun, I threw in a negative exponent. And I want you to notice that it looks like one of our bases is missing an exponent. But we know that if the exponent is missing, it's assumed to be a 1. There's just one x right there. So we'll go ahead and write the 1 in. And I'm not going to rearrange this time. I'm just going to go ahead and apply the rule, which says if I have powers being multiplied and they have the same base, I can add the exponents. So I have x to the 3 plus 1 times y to the 4 plus negative 2. And that equals x to the 4th times y squared. Final answer.